this church has always preached the gospel. I came to this church with my family when they had moved here from Missouri, and they were Baptist people, and we lived in Omak, and there was not a Baptist church. And so they floundered around for a year and found out that, oh yes, in Okanagan there's a Baptist church. And of course they had been Southern Baptists, and they were anxious to get into a Baptist church. So that would have been 1938. I was 12. Well, we had been in the church for about a year, and we had a pastor that certainly preached the word that, you know, if you've sinned, you need to have forgiveness. And even though I was just 13, I thought, I had a few little tiffs here and there. And I listened very carefully to his sermon, and I knew that I needed to accept Christ, that he would help me. And that was in 1939. It was a Sunday evening service. We used to have Sunday evening services, and I struggled all during the service that I knew what I needed to do, but getting up, and he was asking an invitation for those that wanted to accept Christ, and I went forward and knelt down and asked Jesus to cleanse me, and I wanted to be with him one day. At that time, the church was, in 1939, it was just one big room with a big wood stove to heat it, and then, I'm not sure, a little bit later, then they added on a Sunday school, kind of a lean-to on the back of the church, because we had a lot of kids and needed space. They were just meeting in groups, adults and kids and everything, in the one main room. So it was quite small. Oh, I think the most important thing that has changed over the years is getting a kitchen and getting a new baptistry, and this later years, just a big remodel in the church has been just wonderful. I think one of the difficult things was deciding on carpet or pews, and early on we had wooden pews, and then we went to padded ones, which was wonderful. Those wooden pews were a little uncomfortable. I think this church has always preached the gospel, and we have always been a mission-minded church, sponsoring missionaries that could go where we as individuals couldn't go, and we're happy about that. So those two things I have never changed in this church over the years. This church is a very warm, friendly church, and I think you would feel really welcome. You'd get a handshake and maybe a hug, and glad to see you and hope you come again. This church has always been another family to me, and they've been my family. My daughters and my husband and I have always been participating in things, and it means a lot to me, and that's been a real help over the years to keep me growing a little in the Bible and his teachings.